Dude, IBS sucks. Like I switched my diet up because I was eating like just a fucking raccoon. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So I just Wednesday I went to the store and I bought like nothing but healthy stuff, so like chicken,
right.
tuna, fucking like mixed greens, spinach, stuff like that. So like I've just been eating stuff like that all week just to kind of help balance myself out, lose some more weight. Because it's just my body's type doesn't make sense right now. So I just want to get back to the point of 180 pounds, like of just not fat, not skinny, not muscular, just average. Yeah, just average.
No,
that's all I want.
I'm tired of pissing. That's all I ever do.
Just piss.
Just piss. It's ridiculous.
Just take like a little cork and just.
And it's. I mean, I know it's my fault. Like I've eaten like shit my whole entire life, and it's one of those things where like I didn't do it on purpose. I did it because I don't like a whole lot of food, and it's not something that I can change. It's just what's something you don't like?
Beets.
Really? Yeah, I don't like beets either. Beets, fucking fruitcake.
Beets can beat it.
Fruitcake. Like nobody likes fruitcake.
Yeah.
But it's just like I can't help that my taste buds don't like a whole lot of food, so like I'm very limited, and that's probably contributed to a lot of fucking wrong with my body now.
Yeah. When was the last time you had a vegetable?
All right, define a vegetable.
Oh fuck me. Potatoes don't count. Fries are not vegetables. I'm talking like a carrot, broccoli, nut. Wow.
At least 10 years.
Michael,
when I met my wife and she forced me just to see me eat one, that was about it. I mean, I like corn.
It's not a vegetable.
Okay. Peas.
Okay.
I'll eat. So really, if I had to choose something, the only two vegetables I like are peas and like black-eyed peas or beans. Black-eyed beans or black-eyed peas?
It's black-eyed peas, but they're
peas.
Yeah.
That's it. Like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, spinach. Like it's just all gross to me. I can't, without gagging, I can't eat it. And I wish that it wasn't like that, because I've seen like pictures of like banging ass food where like, oh my God, it looks good. Like I've seen people's Thanksgiving plates that just look amazing, and I'm just like, I can't eat that. It's gross.
And you don't do sushi either, so you can't get like some abstract vegetable that like you can't tell that it's in there.
Right. I've gotten to the point, I'm to the point now, I just tell my wife, look, just roll it up in some ham and cheese and, give it to me like a dog. It's just in the middle of it.
Like a pill? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're going to have to, dude, because you are going to die.
Yes, I know. And I've got, I'm at 30 now. I got to, like that Tim McGraw song,
Yeah,
my next 30 years.
Yeah, your next 30 years need to be on a fucking all vegetable diet.
Right.
What
about smoothies? Like,
yeah, do it.
Do that, like put some kale and some almond milk. I can do that. That's fine. But it's just so
this is the trick too, and because like smoothies are like one of the best things to me, because it's just an amalgamation of like everything that you need, but in like just one thing, right?
Yeah. One form.
So this is what I did back in the day. I would take
like Navy days.
No, like a couple of years ago.
Oh.
Back when I was actually working out and eating healthy,
right.
I would go and get protein powder, frozen mixed berries that come in like the big white bag that you can get from Walmart or like Publix or whatever.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Spinach, flaxseed, peanut butter. What else was it? Almond milk, and I think that was it. And then I would take an omega-3. A fish oil, which I guess is the same thing, but either way.
Yeah.
But I would make that, and then a little bit of ice, make the smoothie, and then I would take that pill with the smoothie, and I always did that. I would go to the gym first thing in the morning, come back, drink my smoothie, get ready, go to work. And it was awesome, because I got all the nutrients I needed until lunch.
Did you notice the difference? Did you feel a difference?
Yeah, I lost 30 pounds.
Holy shit.
30 or 40 pounds in probably 2 months. So
have you thought about going back to that, or are you going to do something different?
I don't know if I want to do the gym necessarily, which is crazy because like I actually live closer to the gym now than I did when I was doing that.
No.
So I don't know, maybe. the gym's just exhausting and it's not because of the working out or because I'm lazy. It's just so crowded in there, and my introverted ass just gets anxiety like crazy whenever there's a bunch of people. Just it's like, oh, everybody's watching my fat belly jump up and down. Like I don't necessarily want to deal with that.
And I want to comment on that for a second. That is one thing that I am very blessed that I do not have to deal with, is anxiety. I don't get anxiety. I'm just like, what the fuck ever.
Yeah, it's fucking nice.
I'll no, okay, let me take that back, because that's kind of a lie. Like once every 6 months, I'll feel it. I'll start to feel it come on, and I'm like, okay, why is this happening? Like, I don't deal with this. This is not me. And then it'll last for like a couple of hours, and then it'll go away. But yes, even those like couple of hours are just like, oh my God, I could not. How do people live with this?
Man, I would fucking pay money not to have it. Like good money.
I mean, for the longest time, and Michelle deals with it like all the time. And for the longest time, I wouldn't understand. I'd be like, honey, just don't think that way, And I would say that. And looking back on it now, I feel like shit, because I experienced it for like 2 or 3 hours, and I'm just like, holy shit. Okay, now I completely understand every bit of it.
The crazy thing is, like, you're not even sitting there thinking about it all day. No. It's just one thing happens, or somebody says one little thing, and then
like maybe like a trigger word. Or,
and then it just spirals out, and then you're sitting there in panic mode. And like I remember, because I have it so bad, and like I'm in that new position at work, and when I first started doing it like by myself, I was just so overwhelmed, and then the other people were coming in there having to work deals. And I'm like, God damn. Oh, fuck. And then, like, my boss called, and, like, he was like, hey, you okay? And, like, when people, like, if you're already, like, on the verge of a freak out, and then somebody asks that, like, that's it. That's the end of the fuse, like.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yep. And then like hung the phone up and left the office and had a breakdown for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And luckily I could shake it off and finish out the day. But it's like, I don't know. Anxiety takes on a lot of different forms and affects people a lot differently.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I get a majority of them. So like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, reacts a little bit of this way, a little bit of that way. And
I think for the couple of hours, for the couple of times that I've dealt with it, it was like shakiness, heart starts beating real fast, can't breathe, and then I'll go to the bathroom, I'll take a couple deep breaths, and then I'm good to go.
Yep.
But I know it's a lot harder for other people, and I am so blessed, and it sucks so freaking much.
Yeah, you want to trade?
Oh my God, yes, because I am a bitch when it comes to stomach pain. There was a guy yesterday at work who was having a toothache, and I was like, dude, I'll trade your toothache for this stomach ache. Like, I cannot. Ever since I was a kid, man, even before I started doing this, I hated stomach aches. And then my wife tells me the other day that, oh, well, I haven't had with the exception of periods, she's like, I haven't had a stomach ache since I was 14. What?
Didn't she have a big old stomach ache for about 9 months?
Well, that one's still a stomach ache. All right, well, enough of our anxiety and IBS. So this is episode 19 of the Rundown.
Welcome back.
Oh, my God. It is delay season. Call of Duty and GTA 5 rank out the most top downloads of 2019. And GameStop stocks continue to plummet. Right. Continue to plummet. But, of course, we get into our weekly recap. What you been up to this week?
Not a lot. Just kind of going through the motions.
Motion of the ocean.
Yeah, after we were talking about Assassin's Creed last week, I know you and I both went and downloaded Syndicate.
Yes.
Played that a little bit.
Which I'm actually really glad that we had that conversation. I am liking it. It's just, and I'll get into that when it's my turn. But there's just a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah, it's other than that, man, it's just been kind of a chill week. I've gotten to the point in Destiny where I don't have to grind as much, and it feels so good to like only get on when somebody needs my help, or there's something I actually want to chase after, or whatever the case might be. I don't have to sit there and go in there and like grind anymore. And
well, let me ask you this. Isn't there like a big puzzle that everybody's trying to solve right now?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know a whole lot about it. I know thumbnails from YouTube videos.
Oh, man. Okay. So when it reset on Tuesday, Osiris had a new quest. So you went and picked up the quest from Osiris, and then it was just explore the corridors of time or something like that. And it's just basically like you go through these corridors that are marked differently. There's like I think hex, snake, plus, diamond. Can't remember the other. Squirrel. No, it's not it.
I thought you were serious.
But so you have to do them in different orders, and like the first 19 code, or well, there's 19 codes that give you lore, and then there's another code for an emblem. So they got the first 19 done, and like the entire community's doing this. Like your big name players that are really focusing on it, like Glad and Sweatsicle and a few other Dado. They're all kind of like trying to figure out this puzzle.
Mesa, people like that.
Yeah, and I think Glad was up for like 2 days straight.
That's commitment.
Yeah, and it's just been going on. Nobody solved it, and it's been going on since Tuesday. Usually, community puzzles are solved in like the first 2 or 3 days. Yeah, and this is just keeps going.
Well, wasn't there that puzzle like way back when they were trying to get through the door, and the puzzle was so damn hard that Bungie actually had to go in and make the puzzle easier so they could solve it because so many people were freaking out online.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember what it was though. But yeah, that puzzle's a nightmare, and we have no idea what it's going to be. People are speculating that it's going to be like Dragon's Breath or Ray's Lighter from Destiny 1. Dragon's Breath from Destiny 1 too, but or like Galahorn or what. I mean, there's all kinds of speculation. So, but we have no idea exactly what it's going to be. So I just feel bad for the people that keep sticking it out. But the community's taking screenshots and sending it over and trying to help out as much as they can, you know. So
awesome.
I mean, I guess we'll see how it ends. What about you? I know you got further in Syndicate.
I bought Syndicate. Super excited about that. I went played that. I think last Sunday after we recorded, I went home, spent time with the wife and kid, edited till about 3 a.m, and then that way, like, I didn't have to do shit on Monday, but sleep all day. I did all that. I've been playing my Pokemon Sword and Shield. Shield's mine. I think I gave Shield to Little Man. And then we'll just sit there. We'll help each other, catch our Pokemon, do our thing. I think I'm at like 120 now out of 400. I know people that have, caught them all, completed it so far. And they're about to drop another 200. So I'm trying to do all that before the new expansion comes out. Doing that, finished the amazing Crisis on Infinite Earth. So if you get a chance, please go watch it.
Actually, I watched some recapping and some scenes because I'm so disconnected from everything now. Like this won't make sense to me. But I did watch a good bit of it, and I kind of understand like how it went down. Weird, crazy, insane stuff.
Oh, it really is. But if you look at the ratings for them, they got such high ratings, such good reviews for them.
Dude, I think the cameos and Easter eggs is like the coolest thing about it, honestly.
That it was. Did you see the very last, like 5 seconds of episode 5 Easter egg?
Talking about the monkey for the Wonder Twins?
The leak.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool. That was probably hands down one of my favorite ones. Other than
does that mean they're going to do a Wonder Twins show now?
So they are wanting to put the Wonder Twins. I think it's going to be in the Flash. Kind of like merge it together. But there was also a statement released from the CW stating that there's no rush on when they're trying to do that.
I think it's going to be awesome.
So I think that's super cool. But like I said, there was a lot of Easter egg and cameos in it. Ezra Miller, like that was
amazing.
Cool.
That was super cool. And apparently it wasn't even like Greg Berlanti that wanted him in there. It was actually like the Warner Brothers president or something like that wanted to do the cameo. And I was like, that's fucking awesome.
That's so fucking cool. Like I loved every single episode. It was amazing.
Dude, I love the Green Lantern one too, because the Green Lantern's one of my favorites.
When they were showing off the different worlds,
yeah. And then you have like Burt Ward playing like Fat Robin, I guess.
The actual writer for the old comics back in the day, that all of this is based off of, was one of the actors in it. For episode 5, when you see the Flash and Supergirl on the pier together, and they're sitting here asking him all these questions and this, that, and the other, when they figured out that all of their worlds are now one world, so they're all on the same world together. Was actually an actor in it, so that was super cool for him to be able to be a part of that. But no, I loved it. It was fantastic.
And then you saw like World for Doom Patrol and Stargirl, and I don't know. There's so many.
It's pretty bad, or I don't know if it's bad, but it's something when you have a DC superhero world that's like 10 times better on like an X amount of budget than a blockbuster $100 million budget.
Yep. Well, I think it just happens to do with like the writers. I mean, and the directors. And I think Warner Brothers tries to like stick their little grubby hands in there every once in a while. Like if you gave the directors a lot of more creative freedom, I think that would help out a lot. Because I mean, if you look at Marvel, they give them a lot of creative freedom. And I think that's why the original Iron Man was so good, is because they just let Favreau run with it. And I mean, essentially, he's the one that started everything.
Speaking of Marvel, did you get a chance to watch the Morbius trailer?
Oh my god! So a buddy of mine is a huge Marvel, like he knows it all. So usually, if there's something I don't know, I'll go to him. And I didn't know a whole lot about Morbius. I knew he was like in the Spider-Man world and stuff like that. But as far as that, it's not.
He's kind of more of that anti-hero.
Right, yeah. He's more of a Venom kind of character.
Right.
But I texted Ryan. I was like, hey, bud, I need to know everything about Morbius. And it's like, just a couple minutes later, he sends me like this whole Wikipedia article. And he's like, just read this. This is spot on. And I was like, okay. Morbius is badass.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see it. The only downside for me personally is I'm not a big Jared Leto fan.
Really?
It's just not my... He just
don't let the Joker portrayal.
I'm not. He's a whiny little dude. He's a whiny little kid. So.
The guy's like 40-something years old.
But no, I still want to check it out. I still think it'll be a good movie.
I mean, if you look at like some of his older movies, like, and you can see how good of an actor he is. Like, he was amazing in Fight Club. Mr. Nobody is really good. Dallas Buyers Club.
I did like Dallas Buyers Club.
What was I keep forgetting the name of the movie. He played John Lennon's killer. I can't remember the name of the movie. But it's really good. I mean, he's just fantastic. To me, he pulls it off. He's very good.
Were there any other trailers that dropped this week? I don't remember. American Psycho. That was
Yeah, he was in American Psycho.
That
as
was
well.
another one that I really didn't enjoy.
You didn't enjoy it? It's to me, it's comedic. Yeah, there was the newest trailer for Black Widow.
I don't know. I haven't got to see that one.
It looks really good.
I did watch her new movie though.
Marriage Story.
I did watch that.
That one's getting a lot of Oscar buzz, apparently.
Yeah, especially for a Netflix movie.
Yeah. Chapter 27 was the movie where he played John Lennon's killer. Lord of War, if you're into
Blade
that
Runner
movie.
2049. I remember that one.
Yeah, Requiem for a Dream.
Oh, that was another good one too.
Yep. So I mean,
he's in a lot of good movies. It's just it's kind of like Tom Cruise. I'm just not a big Tom Cruise fan. It's not my kind of.
Get out.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Are you really a Tom Cruise fan?
Yeah, I am. I kind of look past like his crazy self in Scientology.
Well, no. Yeah, no, I don't care about any of that crap.
But
he's
like the Mission Impossible movies are awesome. I love them. Top Gun.
Okay, that's different. I'm talking like any movie put out after 2005.
When did Vanilla Sky come out? That one's good. That was probably like 2099.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Jack Reacher was good.
Yeah, The Mummy never happened. Edge of Tomorrow is good.
Fallout, I didn't care for. The 96 Mission Impossible, like, that's different. Jerry Maguire, Risky Business.
Days of Thunder.
That's why I said 2005 was because the last good movie of his was War of the Worlds 2005. That was the last movie he did that I liked.
That movie's horrible.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Minority Report. You ever saw that?
Yeah, I saw Minority Report.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to go past 2005? Mission Impossible 3, Tropic Thunder, Valkyrie. I mean, these are all good. Rock of Ages was good.
Oblivion.
Oblivion was good.
Oblivion was alright.
Edge of Tomorrow. I mean, I haven't seen American Made yet.
All right, what about Brad Pitt?
Oh, we're just naming actors
I'm
now?
just I'm just trying to get on the same level with you.
Is Brad Pitt another one you don't like? Or is it...
yeah, Brad Pitt's another one I don't really too much care for.
What year do you want to go from? Because anything before Interview with the Vampire, like I'm not like, no, but... oh, and that's another Tom Cruise movie. It's really good too.
God, I think probably anything. World War Z wasn't bad. See, I can't really name. All right, so you got after 2008.
After 2000, Benjamin Button.
Yeah, that was the last movie he did that I liked.
World War Z. Inglourious Bastards.
I didn't like Inglourious Bastards.
What? Kill us some Nazis.
God, your memory's on point. Moneyball.
Mm-hmm. Jonah Hill's in that one too. Actually, did he
now
get
he's an
nominated?
actor I really do like.
Did he get nominated for? Was that the one? No, it was Wolf of Wall Street. He got nominated
Wolf
for.
of Wall Street. That was a really good movie.
Yeah, he got nominated for Oscar on that one.
But no, Jonah Hill. That's an actor I really enjoy his movies.
He's been around for like 15 years, and then you're like, oh yeah, Jonah Hill's a better actor than Brad Pitt.
It's just put out more movies that I enjoy. Go get another water.
About to make me switch to beer.
All right. Sony's rumored to reveal the PlayStation 5 in February, like PlayStation 4 did its timeline. Sony will once again be a no-show at this year's E3, but it looking increasingly like it will make a major PlayStation 5 announcement long before the annual video game event. With Sony skipping E3 2020 in June, there is speculation that the company will follow its traditional schedule of unveiling its next-generation console in February before releasing it later this year. This is the timeline for the PlayStation 4, which was fully revealed at a New York City event in February 2013, before going on sale in November of 2013. One of the recent hints is that the February reveal event for the PlayStation 5 came from David Hafe, a game director who worked on Twisted Metal and the God of War titles. Hafe did not provide a specific date for the PlayStation 5 event, but if his
What's his name again?
Hafe, Jaffe.
I'll just let you keep it.
Okay. I feel like one of these days I'm going to get like an email on my YouTube page from one of these people's names I don't pronounce correctly.
And they're just going to rip you apart and then get our channel shut down.
Hafe did not provide a specific date for the PlayStation 5 event, but if his information is accurate, this means that the unveiling of the console will happen within the first 2 weeks of February. No media invites have been sent out yet, but they should arrive soon. Meanwhile, journalist Mike Futter, Futter, added to the speculation of a February reveal for the console with information that he acquired at the Destination PlayStation event. Will we ever see them at E3 again?
Dude, I don't think so. They just announced what is it, PlayStation Experience or whatever that they're gonna start doing. So
times are changing.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like E3 gets overcrowded with shit anyway. So
they do. You're right.
I mean, I would much rather like whoever wants to go to E3, go to E3. By God, but like if PlayStation doesn't like E3 usually encompasses like games for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, or Xbox and PC, or PlayStation and Xbox, or PlayStation and PC. I mean, it's whatever.
PAX is beginning to do a lot better too than E3 is.
I almost prefer PAX over E3.
A lot more like I feel like it's more community gamer style when it's at PAX as compared to like E3 where you have journalists, celebrities, media people, directors, CEOs, and then PAX you have us gamers,
Yeah, and everybody gets to come in and do like gameplay demos, and they do like the big, like the
reveal.
Well, not necessarily the reveals, but like the exhibit halls and stuff, and like they'll do like gameplay.
Right.
Well, I guess it is reveals. Yeah, fuck it. Like gameplay reveal or whatever, or trailers and stuff like that. So, but they include everybody, not just journalists, which is awesome because I'm pretty sure that whoever goes in there have to sign like some sort of NDA. But
yeah. Well, we're looking at maybe 2.5, maybe 3 weeks. Do you think we'll see the PlayStation 5?
Do you want to see the PlayStation 5 early?
I do.
This early though?
PlayStation 5.
This early?
Early.
I mean,
what would it hurt?
I mean, it was 9 months. We're 9 months out from release. Design changes could happen. I would rather.
Well, then there you go. That proves it right there. Show it to us now. Let the people get pissed off if they're mad about the way it looked. You still have 9 months to fix it before release date. There you go.
Dude, as long as it doesn't look like that dev kit, I'm fine.
I need it to look like that dead kid. I need to have like RGB lights.
You know what I think?
What?
I think that the dev kit that we saw
Mm-hmm.
might be it. But
I know the controller is definitely it.
yes, yeah. But I think that's internal. I think there's going to be like another casing that goes around it.
I could see that.
That might make it a little bit more.
All right, so Xbox gives us the
Rounded.
rectangle. And
PlayStation's
going to
give us a fucking circle.
the game spear.
We're gonna get, because if you look
It's
at
gonna
it,
look like the Death Star.
because if you look at it, it's flat, right? And
And
then
it's got the divot.
then it divots in,
Right.
right? But the outside and the top and the back are flat,
Mhm.
and then it dips in, and then you have the front-facing console, or front of the console. But I feel like there's going to be something that goes outside of that maybe rounds out
So
up
maybe
top or
like a
something.
pyramid.
Maybe. Oh, dude, that'd be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
Give us. We're getting
Thinking
shapes.
outside the pyramid.
We're getting shapes this year for consoles, and it's awesome.
Oh, that's super cool. I don't know. There's always been a big saying that history is bound to repeat itself at some point. So maybe. I'm going to vote yes. I think we'll see it. Do I want to see it? Yes, because if there is something wrong with it, the community will let everybody know, and then hopefully they'll do what they should do and fix it before release date.
And we need content.
Right, exactly.
We need something to talk about. I feel like we could probably make a whole episode just like butchering it or loving it, whatever the case might be.
All right, number 2, Call of Duty and GTA 5 dominated PlayStation Store downloads in 2019. Sony reveals the most downloaded PS4 and PSVR games of the year, as well as the biggest DLCs. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Grand Theft Auto 5 were 2019's biggest sellers on the PlayStation Store in the US and Europe respectively. Both the Europe and US PlayStation blogs have revealed the rankings for the most downloaded PS4 games via the platform's digital store, as well as top sellers in other categories. While a lot of other titles appear in both lists, there are several differences that hint at varying tastes between the two. Oh, yeah, I was about to say, hold on. While a lot of other appear on both lists, while there's several differences hit at varying tastes between the two continents. Firstly, there are two obvious sporting differences, with FIFA titles appearing in the Europe chart with FIFA 20 at number 2, but none to be seen in the U.S. rankings. Conservatively, NBA 2K20 was the biggest sports game in the U.S. at number 3, with Madden 20 number 7. Madden 20 at number 7 and MLB at number 13, none of which appear in the European charts. Wasn't NBA 2K20 the one that got all fucked up just like WWE's game did?
No, that was the one that got blasted because it had an in-game casino.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There are less predictable differences, such as Borderlands 3 absence from the European chart or Crash Team Racing's non-appearance on the U.S. America also seems to be home to more Star Wars fans, since both Battlefield Front 2 and Jedi Fallen Order ranked higher than over on the other side of the Atlantic. PlayStation also revealed the best-selling PSVR games, with Beat Saber taking the top spot on both the charts. Europe's second biggest virtual reality title was the UK-developed Blood and Truth, while the US favored indie hit Superhot VR. Meanwhile, Apex Legends beat Fortnite in both free-to-play charts. Epic's Battle Royale had to settle for number 2, with Dauntless at number 3, both in the Europe and US. Fortnite, however, dominated the rankings for the best-selling DLC expansions, taking up all 10 positions in the US and European charts. The Laguna Pack was the most popular purchase. I don't care. I hate Fortnite. All right, so did you actually see this list?
Mm-mm.
So it was super cool. I don't remember where I saw it. It might have been IGN's post that I saw it. But the caption read, "One of these is not like the other." And it was like 1 through 20. And you saw Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. And it was literally just all of these different Call of Duty games. And then you had like Star Wars Battlefront. And then you had like Grand Theft Auto this. And then all the way down in number 20, Minecraft.
I don't feel like that's an accurate list, though. I mean, Minecraft is getting a lot of action right now.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. But there's always so many different ways to swan and swindle, the way they do these charts. Oh, well, these are rankings by playing from hours 9 to 5. Oh, these rankings is top of the charts for on holidays. There's always different ways that they measure this type of stuff. Are you surprised that it's Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto 5?
To be honest with you, I'm surprised it's Grand Theft Auto 5, which it's crazy to think that game came out on last console. Like,
we did not get one on this console.
Last gen consoles, like we got the
You
rematch.
get one on PlayStation 5. Just realize you're not getting another one until PlayStation 7.
Yeah, well, yeah. If we're going off that,
if we're doing that, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 being on the top of the chart 7 years later is mind blowing. Because that game came out in March of 2013 or somewhere in it. Like it was in spring.
Mm-hmm.
That's just crazy to me. Just think about a game lasting on the charts that long. And it's all because of GTA Online. It has nothing to do with story mode. There's not one single DLC that's been put out for story mode. So this is, to me, it's just fascinating.
Really? None of that was based on the story? That was all...
Any DLC that's come out, it's been for online.
All right, so I found that list for you. And here it is. Yeah, it was from IGN. And like I said, the caption reads, one of these things is not like the others. And it's top-selling games of the decade in the U.S. Number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 2, Call of Duty Black Ops. Number 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So this is in the past 10 years.
Wait, so Black Ops beat out Modern Warfare?
2. Yes.
Wow.
Number 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Number 5, Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Number 6, Call of Duty Ghost. Number 7, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 8.
This list is wrong.
Number 8, Call of Duty World War 2. Number 9, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Number 10, Minecraft.
Why is
May I read you the first comment?
Please.
This is from a guy named No Strife, in parentheses, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
Mr. Josh says, remember when Kojima said people wouldn't understand Death Stranding because all the people in the U.S. seem to like shooters, and then a vast majority of people proceeded not to understand it? Good times.
I mean, I get it. But
our society is doomed.
Yeah, and that's why we need more open world games. We don't have enough of those.
Really? I feel like everything's kind of that open world sandbox style.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, we do have a good bit of them. You're right. I don't know. I'm just that's my favorite, absolute favorite.
I feel like that was kind of the
genre.
big thing of the past decade was open world.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that was the thing.
Well, from the last couple of games I've seen, they're kind of condensing it down. I mean, other than Death Stranding, like if you look at like Jedi Fallen Order, it's like that. What do they call it? Metrovania, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like the areas are more of like Destiny style, where it's like it's kind of open world, but it's kind of not. Like it's got barriers and stuff that you can't really go through.
Yeah, somebody else tweeted out. If you look closely, it says best-selling game of the decade. It's literally in all capitals, being decade.
Minecraft. I know what it is.
Minecraft is the best-selling game overall, but it didn't come anywhere close to Grand Theft Auto 5 in the 2010s.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's like 2010 was Minecraft, like best. 2011 was whatever was above it, right? You think it's like a reverse?
Mm-hmm. There you go. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. But how does 2020 the best GTA 5 still the best selling, or 2019 is the best GTA 5 is still the best selling game? I mean, it might be though. It might be.
Well, America, we like our shooting games.
Our ranking system's fucked.
Our rate is. I fucking hate. Speaking of ranking systems, I don't know if we ever covered this. I don't believe we did because this was part of when we took our little break for Christmas. I believe it was it IGN? I believe it's somebody's changing their ranking system now. They're going from a 1 to 10 instead of a 1 to 100. Oh
yeah, it's IGN. They're not doing like the 7.3 or 8.7 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
right.
7, 8, which is a lot easier to understand, I guess. But
Yeah.
speaking of which, I don't know if you this is kind of off topic, but PlayStation did a thing. You can log on and you can see like hours played, like your top 3 games.
I know. My wife bitched at me for it.
How many hours did you have in? What was your most played game?
Assassin's Creed Odyssey with 224 hours.
Oh wow.
Longest game streak was 27 hours, and my wife.
Wait, so you played a game literally for 27 hours straight?
It was, I believe, it was Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Hey, mine was Destiny 2, obviously.
Oh, of course.
With like 600 and 40 something hours,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane. I forget what my other stats were, but like Destiny 2 was my top game. It's so crazy. But the cool thing about it was you got that really awesome theme.
Oh yeah.
The theme is super cool. Really cool music. It's kind of got like a Stranger Things vibe as far as like music goes. And then like rotates like the different icons for different stuff. I don't know. I thought it was cool. Sorry to interrupt, but
no, you're good. No, that was pretty great. I'm gonna actually have to go back and look at mine. I might do that in a little bit. Number 3, Cyberpunk 2077. Release delayed until September. Bad
2077. That's the year.
Well, yeah, no, I was reading one of these articles, and one of the captions read, Cyberpunk 2077 is delayed until September 2020, not 2077.
It feels like 2077 at this point.
Bad news, Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed. CD Projekt Red announced on Twitter that the highly anticipated game, which was set to drop on April 16, 2020, but now has been pushed back 5 months to September 17, 2020. The official announcement came from CD Projekt Red's, and I quote, "We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit, but due to the places and sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting and finishing and polishing. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for the generation, and postponing launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect." While there's no shame or harm in delaying a game that has been given to the studios and its employees more time to work on the project, Cyberpunk 2077 getting added to the list of recently high-profile delays announced in January is a shock. Games Radar reported on 2 major delays announced the same day. The month-long delay for Final Fantasy VII Remake and the 4-month-long delay of the Marvel's Avengers, which will now come out the same month as Cyberpunk 2077. And then I think maybe a couple of days later after this article release was when they were pushing back Iron Man VR. It's even more interesting when you take into account the CD Projekt Red recent announcement that Cyberpunk 2077 won't be on next-gen consoles when they launch. With the new release date, the game will drop within a few months of the debut of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. For Cyberpunk 2077 to be unable to be played on either when they launch is odd. Despite its delay, we know Cyberpunk 2077 will be shorter and more replayable than The Witcher 3. While we might have a slightly longer wait for Cyberpunk 2077, we can't wait to see what CD Projekt Red store having us. Yeah.
September's going to be busy. I'm pretty sure the Marvel's Avengers comes out the week before Cyberpunk does.
Do you know what was not in this list? The Last of Us.
That's because it got pushed back from February to May. Yeah, so it's not a huge pushback. And then there was another game that got pushed back like a month. Final Fantasy Remake.
Yeah, it's delay season. I mean, which is fine. I mean, it's but I like their quote here. We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, full of content, and places to visit. But due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting, finishing, and polishing. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for the generation, and postponing launch will give us the precious months that we need to make the perfect game.
Dude, I'm all about this.
Fuck yeah, that's great.
And that's how many times have I said it before? It's like they're listening to me. Don't put out a game if it's not fucking done. I don't want a day one patch that's 30 gigs to fix all the stuff that was already wrong with it because you didn't want to upgrade the file that goes out with the game.
Could they be noticing a lot of this other stuff that's going on with all these other games? Like take Breakpoint, and I feel like there was one more that Division 2, sure. They could have been delayed, or they could have done more polishing and made them better games. And I feel like they were rushed out the door. And I hope that by noticing these type of games and what happened, that maybe that's the mindset that they're in.
Yeah, I hope so. I just if I've always said, just if it's not ready, don't put it out. And Ubisoft pushed back just about every single release from this year.
Good.
To 2021.
Oh, that's because of their fucking Breakpoint shit.
Right. So I mean,
that game came and gone like it never happened.
I know. It's sad, but it is what it is. So maybe everybody's just kind of on the same page as far as that goes. Like everybody wants to make sure they have a polished game, and they're not having to put out patches every month or two or whatever the case might be. They don't want a WWE 2020 case on their hands.
Oh my gosh, yes, you're right. And then see, that was another one. PlayStation will not participate in E3 2020. PlayStation will miss E3 for the second year in a row. The firm told GameIndustry.biz that it does not feel the vision for the event is right for what is planned this year. Instead, it will attend hundreds of consumer events to showcase upcoming games for the PS4 and PS5. A quote from them says, "We will build upon our global event strategy in 2020 by participating in hundreds of consumer events across the globe. Our focus is making sure fans feel part of the PlayStation family and have access to play their favorite content. We have a fantastic line of upcoming titles for the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. We are truly looking forward to a year of celebration with our fans." However, E3 organizer, the ESA, has struggled to satisfy all of its members who have been split over what they want the show to be. Some publishers, such as EA and Sony, want to see E3 become a fan celebration of the game, whereas others would rather the event remained an industry-focused affair. There's the problem. Update into the response to the news, an ESE spokesperson said that E3 is a signature event celebrating the video game industry and showcasing the people, brands, and innovations redefining the entertainment loved by billions of people around the world. E3 2020 will be an exciting, high-energy featuring show, new experiences, partners, exhibits, activations, and programming that will entertain new veterans and attendees alike. Exhibitors' interest in our new activation, is gaining the attention of brands that view E3 as a key opportunity to connect with video game fans worldwide. No. And that sounds about right. They're looking at it as this big industry-focused affair. And it's like Sony's backing away. They don't want to industry. They want more of a gamer feel. I mean, personally, I don't think any of them need to do it. I think they all just need to have their own little show and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep. I mean, except for, yes, PCs kind of fit in there somewhere, but
they have CES.
Oh, that's right. They do have. But that's more focused on like products and software and not necessarily gaming.
Well, yeah, and you're right, but I mean, that's basically what a PC is, though. It's just products and how to make the game better.
Right, yeah.
So, all right, number 5, GameStop plummets after a 27.5% decrease in holiday sales. The hits keep on coming for GameStop as the retailer announced a note to investors in the 27.5% decrease in holiday sales to $1.8 billion, which sent its stock diving as much as 16%. The decrease seems to have caught GameStop by surprise as the company is now lowering its fiscal 2019 guidance from a decline in the high teens to between the 19 to 21%. GameStop stock price is down 24.5% from the start of the year and nearly 70% year over year. The company shares some optimism. Inventory should be down 26% year over year when it reports its annual earnings in March, with cash and liquidity around $900 million. That is not a lot. Holy crap. Decreasing sales this past year has resulted in store closures and layoffs, including cutting 14% of its staff last August. In December, the retailer reported third quarter revenue $1.4 billion, a 25.7% decrease from the previous year, as well as an $83.4 million income loss. Oh my god!
Yeah, and we talked about that too.
Oh yeah, when they had their big their last big closure.
Yeah, and then when they shut down Game Informer, or like,
mm-hmm.
yeah. I think they're just done, man. Like they need to be at least.
Well, what to watch for? If GameStop can turn its situation around, but with both an increase in premium game downloads and a rise as games as a service going to a retailer to buy a disc is becoming a thing of the past. Back in December, company said it was still on track to achieve its goal of reaching $200 million in operation profit by 2021. Part of that plan is converting some of its shops into social hubs.
So they're just going to do midnight releases every day?
Hey, come out, eat pizza, let's talk. I mean, I like GameStop for the fact that all those little knick-knack gamer stuff that I would want, I don't have to order. I just go to GameStop and get it. Oh, I want this Funko Pop. I want this statue. I want this Captain America shield or this Thanos glove. Gauntlet, thank you. I could go get it.
You can tell who the DC fan is in here.
I can go get it. And it's cool. Like I'm not gonna lie though, I very rarely ever went to a GameStop where there was somebody there I didn't like. I've always met cool people at a GameStop. They were always nice to me.
I've always had somebody always had like a favorite person that worked there. Like,
yes. Okay. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that was they always like looked out for you. Like there were the people that weren't like, oh hey, do you want to buy insurance on the video game? Like the people that didn't ask me that, one of my favorites. Like, no, I don't want insurance on the video game.
Do you want to put $1 down just in case it gets scratched up?
Oh no, oh dude. And like, oh, the new Call of Duty's coming out in 3 months. You want to go ahead and pre-order it? No, it's only $1. No.
See, I have to look at that a little bit differently because I know the shoes that they're in. Because if you don't hit certain numbers, you don't have a job. And that's like me. I have to hit like at least one branded payment or one total tech a week. And if I don't, I get a nice little talking to about, hey, your job depends on this, so go get one.
Right. Well, apparently, no matter what they do, they're not going to have a job.
Right. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the one over here by the Best Buy down here closed down. And the only reason that I say that is because...
is that the one in the mall?
No, not the one in the mall. The one that's actually in the parking lot of the Best Buy next to the Chick-fil-A. You know where the Best Buy is down here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in that same shopping center along that side right there is... like a Japanese place, there's a Kirkland's, there's a Mexican restaurant.
There's a GameStop.
There's a GameStop right there.
Oh,
dude. I went to that GameStop all the time, and then I stopped going because I moved to West Ashley, and there's one like 2 blocks down the road. Plus, I work at Best Buy, so.
But you don't get all the cool Funko Pops at Best Buy.
There's actually an app. I don't know if it's an app or a website, but you can actually go in and type in the Funko Pops that you have, and then it'll give you like an estimated total, of what they're all worth or whatever. And this girl had like 400 something Funko Pops. And it showed me like her estimated revenue on the bottom. And I'm like, holy shit. But then she worked at GameStop, so she got a discount on them. And, she was buying them up all the time. Number 6, with the next Xbox, Microsoft has a 4-part strategy to end the console wars once and for all. And here's how it plans to do it. Aw, I like a little competition. Goodbye, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Hello, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It marks the 4th game console for the generation that Microsoft and Sony consoles have gone head-to-head to. Starting with the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox around the turn of the century, Nintendo exited direct competition on hardware with both companies years ago, starting the wildly successful launch of the Nintendo Wii in 2006. These days, the console wars are head-to-head between Sony and the PlayStation. Microsoft's Xbox built in 2020, but it looks as if Microsoft is shifting its business strategies in a way that it might end them for good. And here are the reasons how Microsoft plans to do that. Number 1, Microsoft doesn't mind if you don't buy its new game console, as long as you buy the game. Do you want to play games on an Xbox?
Like me personally?
Yes.
No.
Do you want to play them on your PC? Do you want to play them on your phone?
Absolutely not.
Well, Microsoft wants to reach you there and across all platforms. Like what I did there?
Okay, good luck.
To that end, Xbox has major initiatives across all 3 of those platforms. A new game console, Xbox Series X, a cloud gaming service, Project X Cloud, and an Xbox gaming service, Xbox Game Pass. Which, I know you don't play it, but you need to think about it, all right? Game Pass is legit one of the best things ever happened to Microsoft. Just saying.
I've already got PlayStation Plus. I don't need to get Xbox, whatever that shit's called.
Well, that remains that what we are trying to do is the Xbox leader Phil Spencer told Business Insider in an interview last June that to allow creators to reach customers that they want, allow players to play the games that they want with the people they want. where they want, when they want.
Oh, okay. On what I want, like so PlayStation. Okay.
If it fits into the right opportunity hit. It's part of the broader offer at Microsoft to bring Xbox games to as many people as possible, even if those people don't buy a new Xbox console. To that end, at first, party Xbox games across all the new next 2 years will also hit to Xbox One. Number 2, the new Xbox is just the latest Xbox, not a whole new ecosystem. The next Xbox console will play Xbox One games. Will also play all the original Xbox and Xbox 360 games that already work on the Xbox One. It will also work with current Xbox One accessories from gamepads to fight sticks. The original Xbox games and Xbox 360 games that are backwards compatible now on your Xbox, those will be to play as well. Number 3, going forward, it's just Xbox. The Xbox Series X is part of the 4th generation of Xbox consoles from the Microsoft, allowing the original Xbox, Xbox 360, and the Xbox One generations. It's a real murderer's row of bizarre names. The Series X, however, isn't a whole new line of Xbox console. It's just the name of the latest Xbox console brand. Keeping up here?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 4. With Game Pass, Microsoft could win the race to create the first major Netflix of gaming. What? I agree. For a monthly fee, Netflix offers subscribers an instant library of content. Some of that content produced by Netflix and some isn't. You don't need to download any of its content. It just streams to your device. Thus far, no company has had successful with comparable services for gaming. There are a few services that offer streamed video games like Google Stadia and PlayStation Now. I don't even feel comfortable saying that word. But neither has really taken off. Microsoft, however, has a wild success with Game Pass and instant library type services where each game must be downloaded to your console before playing. With Project xCloud, Microsoft may be the first to actually succeed with subscription-based video game streaming services with an instant library, a la Netflix, that pairs Game Pass' vast library and existing subscriber base with an option to stream games as well.
My question.
I don't think this is going to end the war, though.
Yeah, my question though is, what if I'm still on PlayStation? How are you going to bring me over?
Well, good. I'm glad you said that because that's the question that I wanted to ask you. Yes, you are a Sony pony, and that is okay. Okay.
Is that what we're referred to now?
Yeah. I am an equal opportunist. Okay. I love all races and religions and stereotypes, except for Fortnite people. Is there anything?
What about horse girls? How do you feel about horse girls?
It's a real competition. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As long as it doesn't kill me.
Horse girls might kill you.
Is there anything that Microsoft could do to not get you to just drop PlayStation altogether? Because you would never do that. There's too many of your friends that play. But get you to just play with their stuff as well.
Oh, wow. You're really going to make me think about this one.
And for me, it was Game Pass because there are times when I'm poor and I can't afford to buy games, but I really want to play games. All I got to do is pay like $10 a month, and I have over 100 games that I want to play. Games that I wanted to play, but I didn't want to buy, but they're there. And especially a digital man like yourself.
I mean, there's
Think about it.
I know there's a good argument there, but I mean, I don't know. It's the exclusives, man. Like PlayStation just has them better, you know. Like, what Xbox has: Gears of War, Sunset Overdrive,
Halo.
I mean, that's not a lot. I mean, PlayStation's got Horizon Zero Dawn. They've got Uncharted. They've got Last of Us. They've got God. There's so many. There's so many I can't even think about it. But I don't know. I mean, like, there's a solid argument to go to Xbox, but why pay for two subscription services when I would rather just do the one? You know.
No.
I mean, how much is Game Pass for the year? $100?
No.
You can't pay a year ahead of time?
No. No, because it's not but $10 a month.
Yeah, so it'd be $120 for the year.
So hold on, just 1 second. I'm looking this up. Yes, $100. Yes, Xbox Game Pass is $100 a year.
Yeah. PlayStation's is $60.
PlayStation Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but those are two different services.
I know, but I'm saying like Xbox is way more expensive.
How much? But you can't compare them because they're two different services. PlayStation Plus is being able to chat with friends online and all that stuff.
I still get my 2 or 3 free games a month.
Xbox Game Pass is a streaming service or a downloadable service.
Yeah.
That doesn't include that Xbox Game Pass doesn't include you chatting with friends or Xbox Live or anything like that.
Right. So, but with Xbox Game Pass, I only get to keep that game for as long as it's in the library, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Xbox can remove it at any time. With PlayStation, that game is mine. As long as I have my PlayStation Pass Plus, that game, I own that game.
But with your completely separate subscription of Xbox Live, you get 2 free games that you get to keep for as long as you want as well.
So, but two different things I have to pay for it.
Technically, no. See, I can argue this part too. Because they've actually bundled that whole entire service into one. So Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, and part of that is Xbox Game Pass for PC. Is all rolled into one service now.
How much is that?
I know it's $15 per month. How much is it for a year? $180.
See where I'm going with that? To get the same service,
It's not the same service.
the same like yearly thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is basically being able to get online. I'm not talking about Game Pass because that's
Right.
I'm paying like what? How much was it? 180.
For Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is Xbox Live, Xbox Game Pass, and Xbox Game Pass for PC.
So I would be paying $120 more for a game library, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't because
I love the fact that I don't ever have to buy a game for my Xbox. It's great.
yeah, but I mean you have like such a limited time. Like, what if you pick up that game that you've been wanting to play, and like you didn't realize it was on there, but you're like, oh shit, yeah, like let me download that. You play it, you're halfway through the game, and then they take it out of the library.
No, they give you a month notice in advance. You get an email, hey, these games are leaving in a month.
I don't know. I just don't like my time restricted like that. Because I've been playing through The Witcher for like 2 years. Never going away.
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass could.
Yeah.
We both go. I mean, there's both solid arguments on either
definitely.
side, but I don't know. To me, in my opinion, I feel like the PlayStation route is the more bang for buck, in my opinion. But
you know who's done it better though? Nintendo. It's $20 a year.
yeah, but I mean, like, how many people do you know play Nintendo online?
Well, no, Nintendo's. I mean, you do play online, but Nintendo's is like you get to play all the old NES games on the Switch.
Oh.
That's all the $20 gives you.
Get out of here! Let's buy one of those. The Nintendo. What are they called? The little thing that I got. This.
The NES Classic.
Yeah, the classics. There we
Yeah.
go. Just buy one of those.
All right. Last and foremost, number 7. A passenger takes over an airport monitor to play his video games while waiting for a flight.
I saw that.
A passenger waiting for a flight at an Oregon airport needed a bit of more screen space for his video game, which appears to be Apex Legends. So he plugged his PlayStation 4 into a computer screen that had been displaying a map of the airport. Kara Simmons, a spokeswoman for the Port of Portland, told KXL AM radio in an on-the-air interview that Portland International Airport staff asked a man to stop gaming on the public map display. He asked if he could finish his game. They said no, and the situation was resolved peacefully. Apparently, it was a very polite and cordial interaction, Simon said, calling it a good reminder of what not to do at an airport. No word on whether he won the game or not.
I mean,
It was Apex Legends, so probably not.
is it that big of a deal?
I mean, when you're a hardcore... Come on, man. You're at an airport. The boys need you to raid. Let's plug that PS4 in real quick. Raid with them, you know?
I mean, and that's my argument. I'm saying, is like, is it that big of a deal to like plug it in? Like, why are they mad? It's Oregon.
It's a map of an airport. You know, people need to get around. It's the only map in that whole airport.
Oh, it was the only. Oh.
No, that was a joke.
Oh, I thought
I'm being sarcastic.
I thought you were serious. I was like, geez, okay, maybe it makes more sense. But first of all, it's the Oregon airport. Like,
What's Oregon known for?
Portland. So like weed and beer. Weed and beer.
What kind of beer?
Like craft beer and stuff. They got
Oregon has more ghost towns than any other state.
Oh, good. More than Charles.
Oregon and New Jersey are the only states without self-serve gas stations.
So like somebody comes out and pumps your gas for you?
I guess so.
Oh yeah.
At 8,000 feet deep, Hell's Canyon is the deepest river gorge in North America. Oregon state birthday is February 14th on Valentine's Day. The state park system has 159 yurts located in 19 parks. Yurts are circular doomed tents suitable for camping.
And
The nation's most photographed lighthouse is in Lane County. Portland is an example of an outstanding urban planning, the city known as the City of Roses.
I think there's a bunch
That's all I got.
I think there's a bunch of evergreens up there too, but yeah. And then the guy from the airport.
Who is going to go down as an awesome guy? Because that's pretty great. The fact that he actually did that was pretty great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and like the fact that they didn't like bust his balls for it either.
No, it was very safe. It was done. Hey, this is done. We're over.
They're like, hey,
cool.
yeah, like don't do that. He's like, but can I finish? It's almost like an interaction between like a kid and his mom.
Right. Yeah. A kid who actually like listened.
Yeah. Like, hey, can I finish? No. Okay.
What's on the agenda for you for the next week?
I think I might just kind of coast, just kind of play it by ear. Nothing really big going on for me. So I'm just gonna kind of see what falls.
Cool.
Yeah.
What falls?
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, I have to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
I need your advice that I may or may not listen to. So go ahead and give it a heads up.
Most
now.
people don't, so
All
it's fine.
Should I
Yes.
buy an OLED TV?
No.
Why?
Why? Why do you need one?
Don't need one.
There you go.
I
Don't.
want one. It
How
is
much-
my dream TV to have.
An OLED TV is like $2,000. More, depending on the size. How big is the one you're wanting to get?
65.
You already have a perfectly fine flat screen in your living room.
I hate that TV.
It's
God, I hate that.
Is it a 4K?
That's not the point. I hate that fucking TV.
You just want an OLED because it's the newest thing.
It's not the newest thing.
Well, that you can. That's most
Yeah.
people can afford.
Yes.
I'm not talking about like 8K bullshit or whatever. Which is
Should I buy an 8K TV?
No. Okay. So basically, there's a lot of science behind that too. That like the human eye can't physically absorb that much information.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just physically cannot. So there's no point in having a fucking 8K TV. So you're telling me there's 8,000 pixels per, or 8,000 images per pixel. Like the fuck? Why? For what? Why do you need to see things that clear? If I can't see it that clear with the human eye, I don't need to see it that clear on TV. Main thing is, TVs are designed to display things in a certain way, and you have like the most like I feel like the TVs in the last 2 to 3 years are kind of like in the right spot to display movies and video games and. Take your $2,200 to $2,500 and buy something. Buy a vacation. Take a trip.
We are.
Something more memorable. Than,
I'm not doing anything until my stomach gets situated.
Right. I'm just saying, do something more memorable than like going to Best Buy and spending $2,500 on TV.
But damn, that TV's so nice, and it's like as thin as a credit card. It's great.
You wanted my advice.
I know. I value your advice.
You're gonna go buy that TV, aren't you?
I don't know yet.
It won't fit in your car.
Yes, it will.
At an angle. That trunk is not 65 inches. Oh no, the box is probably 80.
It's measured 65 inches diagonally.
Yeah, how big is the box though? You can take it out of the box. That's not safe.
Fuck no, no. But it would have to be laid down and then aside. I mean,
yeah, you're not supposed to do that. Not supposed to lay a TV down like that.
I'll lean that bitch back up in the back seat.
And I'm pretty sure Best Buy don't deliver like that.
Yeah, they do.
They'll deliver a 65-inch TV.
Did you forget what we do?
Yeah.
We deliver appliances.
Yeah, that's not an appliance.
Yeah, our whole Geek Squad goes out to Kiel Island and sets up these big ass fucking TVs for people. Yes.
They're not gonna do it for a 65-inch TV.
They do it for me. I work there.
Oh God.
All right, I think that about wraps up this week.
Leave in the comments whether you think Michael should get a OLED.
And if you already
TV.
have one, let me know how it is and if it's amazing. And if I don't, so it's going to come down between a 65-inch OLED TV that's going to play these amazing ass games on it on my Xbox One X and my PlayStation 5.
Whenever they get out of their delayed stage.
Or a 15-inch MacBook Pro with a Core i7 and 16 gigs of RAM and an AMD 550 graphics card in it.
That would make more sense.
But I have a PC that I built.
Does it have those specs?
No, actually, my specs are way better than that.
Okay, well then, you don't need either one. But maybe the MacBook. I would get the MacBook over.
All right, well, enough rambling for us. We're out of here.
All right.